Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night. I hope you will enjoy today's video, so let's just get into it.
I cannot stress this enough. Men are not worth settling for in any circumstance, any way, shape, or form. It's not worth it. Like, we're so indoctrinated to believe that, like, we have to get married, we have to, like, aspire to, like, having a relationship, having a man in our lives. Like, the goal shouldn't be to get married, the goal should be to be happy. So if a man in your life is not making your life better, easier, happier, more enjoyable, like, there's no reason he should be in your life. At least when men settle for a partner, they get like a personal assistant, a house manager, a nanny, a chef, a therapist. What do women get when we settle for a man that treats us like less than the way that we want to be treated? We get emotionally, physically, mentally drained. It is not worth it. Once you get to the like mindset that like men are not worth settling for, that is when you get the good men, because they're the only ones that you'll accept.
No, not really. If his only job is to treat you the way you want to be treated, then he's settled for you. If the entire relationship is all about you, then he's settled for you. Good men don't settle for anyone or anything.
People think I'm a friggin' freak when they come into my house and they see that I have my bread in the microwave. But listen to me, it's like a bread box. It keeps it fresh. It'll last twice as long. They expired like a week and a half ago. And there's not a little teensy bit of mold.
Now, why would people think you're a freak? I think I would never step foot into your house, or if by some miracle I would be there, I would not sit down for dinner. Can you not afford bread? Do they not sell bread on a daily basis where you live? And a million other questions I'm never gonna bother to ask, cause if at any point in life I'm gonna bang my head so hard I'm gonna somehow forget who I am and what I stand for, and we end up together, we're gonna go out to eat.
Do you know what's so embarrassing that men do? They'll tell you up front, like, oh, I'm not into romance. Romance isn't really my thing. Like, I'm not a romantic type of guy. And I would never date a man who said this. Like, if a guy said this, I literally would never go on a date with him. I would never see him again. Like, it would be over. But they'll say this stuff as if is separate from romance. As if a partnership or a romantic relationship is separate from romance. They're out here confidently saying that they want to be in romantic relationships without romance. My man, that's a friendship. You can't have intimacy without romance. So figure it out, buddy.
Okay, fair enough. Embarrassing was it? Well, I'm gonna be embarrassed for the next maybe 30 seconds. See, I never looked at it that way. You might have a point. So by following your logic, a hookup or a one night stand is being romantic. I guess that makes me a hopeless romantic. I never knew that about myself. What SCX is, it's not a romantic gesture. It's more of an animalistic instinct. And I hate to break it to you, it's not even making love. If what you hear behind you is this, yeah, sorry to break it to you, but that's not romance either. And maybe you want to prove me right, and next time you're in that position, turn around, look at his face, and just picture what goes through his mind. I can promise you he's not thinking about flowers.
Go to all your weddings, all your baby showers, and y'all don't tell me y'all don't got a single.
The points are being made. Mwah! I think it's time for some new assumptions. If the assumption is that when you invite me to your wedding or you invite me to your baby shower, I'm going to show up because I am your friend and I love you, let us also assume that you are my friend and you love me, and you can check your own roster to find out if there's anybody that comes to mind. Married people want all the dating horror stories. Tell us all the stories. We want to hear stories. We're so bored. Tell us all the stories. Then pay the tax. Pay the tax. Tell me who you're fixing me up with. If you want my stories, what am I getting in return? Just out here using single people.
The points were being made. What points are you even talking about? Just because you're my friend doesn't mean I hate the rest of my friends. Listen to this first.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I saw this girl do this wager, and I'm gonna give y'all the same wager. Whoever hits me up and gets me connected to a man, and that man ends up becoming my husband, 5K is in the bank.
5K? You want me to sell my friends for 5K? I don't think you understand. They're my friends for a reason. I love all my friends. I will never sell my friends for any amount of money. You can't find a date for a wedding or for a baby shower. It's not my fault. You don't want to go to a wedding or to a baby shower, just don't go. When you get an invite, say no. Selling my friends for 5K. Come on now.
Meanwhile, women think that 80% of men are below average.
Maybe because they are.
Well, I did trap myself into a corner, didn't I? But I promised myself I'm gonna try to keep this polite and respectful, so I'm gonna try. Ginger Frog here, who's never even been kissed, still thinks she's a princess. And yes, I understand for her it's easy to make that mistake. She goes on social media on a daily basis and she maybe get 10 DMs from different men. And yes, you can make the argument that if you have two functioning brain cells still left in your head, you can tell the difference between social media and real life, and you would be right, but you would still need to have those functioning brain cells left in your head. She considers 80% of men below average, so I'm gonna let you guess if she has them or not.
Okay, what if instead of trying so hard to manifest, you chose to delusionally believe that everything you want wants you more? Say that with me. Everything I want wants me more. You are a magnet. It's time to start acting like it. Stay delusional.
And there you go. When these are the type of messages the first frog is listening to, of course she's gonna think 80% of men are below average. Delulu June, you're a magnet? A magnet to what? If everything exists only in your head, what exactly are you a magnet to? If nothing around you is real, what are you a magnet to? And what up is Delulu? You're not 10 anymore. You're not Delulu, you're delusional. And it's not cute for anyone to see you acting like this. It's annoying.
I show no remorse if I block you. If you treat me like an option, I will block you.
Okay, let me read this. Coming home from a date knowing the guy won't message me again because he saw I'm 4'11 and I told him I want to be married soon. Yeah, he won't message you again. But let me try to prove my point. This is you right here. Your petite housewife. Not in this lifetime. My IG has a secret. Oh, I wonder what that secret might be. And that right there is the reason why that guy won't text you again. It's not because of your height. It's not because you want to be married. It's in fact quite the opposite. It's because of that secret that everyone knows. It's also because nothing about you is a secret anymore.
I just wanted to say happy Father's Day to everybody, especially a huge shout out to my exes who are now dads. Thank you so much for not picking me to impregnate. We really dodged a bullet, didn't we? I love that for us.
They all wanted me to say you're welcome. And they also want you to know, if it's gonna make you feel any better, that they made the right choice.
The gender wage gap does exist because men work hard.
No, the gender wage gap exists because women's domestic labor like chores or housework isn't given value under our current economic system. Your claim that men just work harder, lol, doesn't hold up to scrutiny because when you factor in domestic labor, women actually work more hours than men do. They just don't get paid for it because it's seen as their societal responsibility, which means women are often forced into a double shift of both employment and housework where they work more but get paid less.
What this soy boy here tries to say is that the brainwashing is complete. No, wait, that's me. What he tries to say is that we move from there's a wage gap at the workplace, which was proven to be wrong, to a different goalpost. Women are paid less because they do housework. Okay, fair enough. That only applies to married women because if she's single and I'm single, we're gonna do the same work. So that argument goes out the window pretty quick. And when it comes to married women, who and how they're gonna decide how many hours they've put in the extra work, how much they should earn for the chores in the house, and should they also be paid if they're not putting in the extra work on a daily basis. Also another question, are you only gonna pay wives or also husbands that put in the extra work? My argument is quite easy. You get paid for your contribution to society. You should not be paid, I should not be paid for doing the dishes. But I did not forget about a somehow funny video at the end, so I'm gonna post this as a message to the snowflake here.
I just want to remind everybody that hot coffee is for functionality and iced coffee is for a little girly girl time.
So if you're a cisgendered man drinking iced coffee, hey girl.
Grow a pair. No, wait, what? No, what I'm trying to say is grow a pair. Damn it, that still came out wrong. Oh well, anyway, as always, I love you all. Stay safe. Bye bye.